Hi everybody. Today it's all about etudes. Are they just technical drills or maybe something more? Many musicians see them as a tedious necessity like eating your vegetables or practicing scales. But could it be that etudes are actually about music? The new Dotzauer edition by Bärenreiter, which I want to talk about today, brings us closer to that idea. And that's exactly what we're diving into. Who was Friedrich Dotzauer and why should we care? Friedrich Dotzauer, contemporary of Beethoven and musical heir of Dupont, whom many of us also associate with etudes, was not only a brilliant cellist but also a highly sought-after teacher. Naturally, this meant he spent a lot of time thinking about cello technique and his own way of teaching. And the result? A collection of etudes that continue to shape cello playing today, and a long list of students who no doubt had to play them whether they liked it or not. I'm really excited that this new edition, soon to hit the shelves, presents a modern, systematic, complete edition in urtext. It includes original bowings, fingerings, and interpretative suggestions based on historical performance practice. So basically everything you'd expect from one of those classic blue books. Over the past few days, I've had the pleasure, yes, really, of working through this edition, and I can only highly recommend it. Whether you're a beginner or a professional, these etudes may not be the most finger-breaking or reach the highest altitudes, but they do wonders for organizing the left hand. So as a professional, they are perfect for getting back in shape after a break. Because let's be honest, after a vacation, we all sound a little rustic. Etudes, a necessary evil? We've all been there, those early years of cello lessons where etudes felt like musical spinach. You chew through Dupont, you chew through Lee, through Grützmacher, Popper, and of course, Dotzauer. I'm sure many of you feel the same way I did back then. Etudes are the price we pay to advance technically, so we can finally play the real music. The music we love, the music we dream of performing. Etudes, we tell ourselves, are dry mechanical drills, pure musical paperwork with zero artistic value. But is that really true? I dare to say no, and I am in good company. Etudes, the secret double life. In the 19th century, composers like Chopin, Liszt, and Scriabin turned etudes into something completely different. Pieces so expressive and artistic that they belong on the concert stage. Chopin's etudes, for example, are considered masterpieces that fuse technique with deep musical expression. He saw them as essential to a pianist's development, saying, without method, without understanding of expression, without technique, there is no art, and the etudes are the foundation. With that kind of ambition, the supposed boundary between etudes and, let's say, caprices starts to blur. Aren't Paganini's and Piatti's caprices also etudes? They're certainly difficult and technical enough. Or does anyone here want to argue that Piatti No. 6 is just a nice little warm-up piece? But these so-called caprices are performed on stage and taken seriously as music. Caprices are technical and difficult, yet we approach them with musical intent. Etudes are just as technical and difficult, yet we mostly used to handle them as if we were machines and dead on the inside, simply as a result of a definition of the word etude? That's kind of strange. Playing without music is just noise. For me, there's never a reason to play even a single note unless it carries musical meaning. Otherwise, what's the point? Playing an instrument isn't about simply operating it. And more than that, Etudes have one major advantage. They give us something we rarely get elsewhere: freedom. Let me explain. When we play Bach, Mozart, or Beethoven, we are bound to the composer's ideas and intentions. Sure, some musicians today take, let's say, more artistic liberties, but ultimately we are dealing with masterpieces where every note serves a purpose which is not for us to define, but is set by the composer. Etudes, on the other hand, are our personal playground. No audience, no critics, and most importantly, no Beethoven looming behind us with a disapproving frown. We get to experiment, push the boundaries, let our imagination run wild. It's a rare chance to just play. And that's a lot more fun than people usually give Etudes credit for. Dotzauer's Etudes are a great example of this. They can be played in 10 new ways every day, with different characters and tempi, enjoyed and used for growth. They aren't just dry exercises. They bring together technique and musical expression in a way that makes them far more than just practice material. So get the new Dotzauer edition by Bärenreiter, try it out, and thank me later. Thank you.